Welcome at MPE Berlin. I'm Morten Laufer, head of DACH for PCN, and today we are going to interview Pierre Aurel, product director at HaloDot. Who or what is HaloDot, and what are you trying to achieve with HaloDot and its product?
Sure. So HaloDot simplistically is a software product. It's a technology that turns your mobile phone into a soft POS. So essentially it's about dematerializing the terminal, moving it to software, making it accessible, and it's really driving down the cost of card acceptance. How do we democratize the ability to accept card payments?
And let's be honest, there is a lot of talk about soft POS. In what way is it really disrupting the ecosystem and it's not just another terminal?
So I think it provides a whole lot of new use cases. So for example, soft POS could be about a payment, but it could also be about identity. How do you authenticate a user securely? You could tap your card, enter a PIN, based on the principles of something you have and something you can securely authenticate that user. So that's one sort of example that's stretching beyond the traditional terminal, as well as it's a fully integrated experience, right? So if it's built into a payment app, if you think of any of your major retailers, imagine that being built into an app that instantly links to your loyalty. You can generate all sorts of other value adds and richness in a software application, which you don't get on a typical terminal today.
What are the current barriers that prevent soft POS maybe on a larger scale today?
So this is an interesting one, and we see it predominantly in emerging markets. And it comes down to the handsets that people are using. So Android phones, everybody's got one. It doesn't necessarily have the right hardware, right? So it doesn't have an NFC chip. So even though it's got an Android operating system, it might be Android 10, the device hasn't got NFC. So it can't interact with a contactless reader. And so these are some of the problems we're seeing, particularly in the African territories. We're rolling out the technology and the merchants don't have the right phones. So you still have to get the right handset to these merchants. And that kind of puts you in the same mode as the traditional terminal. Why should they have an extra phone now? They would just rather get a Bluetooth terminal. So that's one of the challenges, is really about the right handsets. And then obviously support from acquirers. There aren't that many acquirers that have embraced Soft POS yet. Some of the more forward-thinking ones have, and they've been live for 2+ years. But we've seen a lot of acquirers sort of procrastinating and waiting to see what happens before they actually make a move and support Soft POS.
What does the future hold for soft POS?
So I think there's a big industry initiative, and that's been driven from PCR, right? And that's to create a standard for this type of technology. Up until now, it's really been card schemes that have been creating security principles and rules around who can participate in these tap-to-phone programs. That's all changing now with PCR launching the MPOC standard. So MPOC, catchy acronym, stands for Mobile Payments on Commercial Off-the-Shelf Devices. So in short, it's a standard that ensures that the applications that run these tap-to-phone programs or applications are secure.